All right.
Hi.
Hi, friends. I am Sylvia Miller-Mutia, and I'm here with Carla DeSola. And today we were going to spend a little time remembering a project that Carla created that I got to work on with her called Beyond Words, an Interfaith Ritual for Peace. And we're going to watch an interview that she did in the past that kind of shows some of the highlights of the piece, and then we will discuss it. Here we go. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to stop our video so that we can focus on the other video. Here we go.
Should I talk at all during this or not?
Maybe wait and talk after.
David, Claudia, Janet.
Beyond Words is an interfaith ritual for peace, incorporating movement and chant forms from major religious traditions, woven together in the language of dance and prayer and music. It is a ritual designed to inspire participants to recognize the profound beauty and complementary nature of the world's diverse faith expressions, to move beyond words, which may be a barrier to understanding, opening those places in the intangible regions of our hearts and imaginations. Water, life-giving to all, is a recurring theme in Beyond Words. The religious leaders process down the aisle in full garb, carrying vials of water, which are then poured into a common bowl. We hear about the significance of water in their tradition. The whole assembly experiences the teachings of the leaders through gesture and chant, rising, praying with body and soul.
We praise you.
Singing bowls ring out.
Peace, pax, pay, pace, peace, shalom.
Omega West Dance Company began as Omega Liturgical Dance Company in New York City at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine in 1975. They are a group of lay, interfaith dancers devoted to expressing the spiritual, healing, social dimensions of dance in a variety of settings. Life-giving water of a river becomes the image, allowing one faith-inspired dance to flow into the next. I would like to see this ritual offered in diverse religious settings: churches, synagogues, mosques, for large gatherings for peace and interfaith work. Interfaith prayer is vital at this time, and the arts are a bridge. It can open us to a word that is wordless, that carries us beyond our differences.
That was lovely. One of the things I loved about the way they compiled that video is that we weren't just looking at the dancers, but we were actually getting to see the congregation or the participants as well.
That's nice insight. Some of it we shot at Middle Collegiate Church in New York, I realize, when we were going down the aisle. I love that. I remember thinking, oh, that's a great idea, flowing down the aisle, and we're talking about flowing water. In the very beginning, I still have a tiny vial at home of from the bowl that collected the water from the different faiths where they poured it in to use at some occasion or other. It's just a teeny little vial. But the idea of water and connecting with the needs of the earth now and a consciousness of all the elements links the interfaith work with the concern for the earth.
Yeah.
And that's what there. And yeah, there were long introductions. I'm sorry that we didn't see the whole, Christian dance and Jewish dance and Islamic. We just saw tiny snippets of them all. Each of these
Well, I have other ones.
dances, but practice that religion. Like Claudia did know Hinduism, for instance. And Janet knew Jewish. I picked them with that, and you did the Christian. Adrian, we saw later, doing the Christian at Middle Collegiate. And that was part of a workshop. So it was the Sunday after a whole workshop where people had learned different sections. And, each of the religious leaders, as we get beautifully with Martha N. Kirk and the long discussion at the end of the big, long Parliament of World Religions tape, which so beautiful in that is to see all the religious leaders and how each one had contributed a key gesture, that the dancers could expand upon in the different sections. So that's an important video, I think.
I've got it queued up if we want to watch not the whole hour and a half, but the sort of beginning with after the dancers have been.
I'd love to see it. Yes.
Excellent. We can turn that on. So we've done this dance in a variety of settings, in a variety of churches, at the GTU. You've done it in New York. We did it around Berkeley I remember we did it. One of little snippet of that was at one of the
Jewish synagogue. We did it with a Jewish synagogue. Yes.
All right, here we go.
Oh, here we are. This is nice. Oh, and to see Karen there.
That shared. All right, we'll turn off our videos again and watch this video. And I think it's fine.
Just go fast forward when you need to and that kind of thing. Oh, there's Sabina. She was the Hindu leader who taught me the gesture. Rita Sharma.
Eternal wellspring of peace, may we be drenched with the longing for peace, that we may give ourselves over to peace, until the earth overflows with peace, as
That's
living
Stephen
waters
Myers
overflow
talking.
the sea.
Louise Cope did the shawls, beautiful shawls that I still have if anyone needs them. Enver is at one end here, who is from Uzbekistan.
And people will see that movement motif return between each of the dances. This is the dancers sort of being the river, moving through the river.
Good. Oh, I was wondering what was the theme behind that. Good. Thank you. That's lovely. Is it okay to talk over this?
Yeah.
This is a Jewish one, Ador Vador.
And the dancers in the back were imagining that we're at the wall, davening and praying.
Oh, I'd forgotten that. Yes. Oh, God, may there be peace.
And here we move into the beautiful whispered Shema.
Mm-hmm.
It's imagined that we're sort of in the desert in a dark, starry night, hearing the whisper of the divine and speaking.
Oh, I'd forgotten that. Peace, peace, peace.
Evoking, blowing the shofar. There we go, turning once again into that river that flows, connecting all of us, faiths and people of the world.
This was a very public passageway in the Parliament of World Religions.
It was definitely a challenging performance space.
Mm-hmm. Which one are we going into now?
I don't know. I think the Hindu. Yeah.
Maria lived in India a little bit, I think.
Now we go up on that diagonal, go in procession, offering the light to the deity.
I want Jesus to walk with me.
You may or may not notice the stylized sign of the cross in the choreography there.
Ah, we see thee.
That stylized sign of the cross again.
It is still there, Sylvia. Never let it be. No way.
One final stylized sign of the cross.
Walking into the future.
we move into the Buddhist section. Here, it's as though we're making this pilgrimage to a holy mountain, this very particular, precise and stylized pattern of bowing and stepping. Carla, do you remember who taught you that pattern?
I know there was a monk who talked to me about doing a complete prostration all the way from maybe the one end of California to the other, from the south. And all the time as they went, he went every few steps or so and did a prostration. It was an amazing story. I've forgotten his name right now. It'll come to me. But as they walked, they did a prostration and slowly moved down the state. He was connected with the GTU and part of a Buddhist monastery in Berkeley.
And I remember you saying about this solo that some of the gestures were inspired by Kuan Yin.
Did you say Kuan Yin?
Yeah.
Everything is changing. Nothing is our own.
Oh, I have a statue of Kuan Yin here. But you don't see it. I'll hold it for later.
Let one's thoughts of boundless love pervade the whole world, above, below, and across, without any obstruction.
And I'm just
without
remembering
any hatred.
the circle we did as dancers, the idea that was the spinning of the Buddhist prayer wheel.
Wow.
May we, living rightly, come to know the truth. Abiding in peace, we may bring peace to all beings.
This part was the prayer wheel, was the inspiration, the spinning of that Tibetan Buddhist prayer wheel. And then this series of mudras. Once again, swept up into that river of joy.
The river.
I'm struck today by how even though the solos are either serene or, really in the case of the Jewish and Christian, fairly impassioned and kind of about struggle, that the river, there is a sense of such delight in that water that connects us. Here we are.
Here we are.
Ritual washing before prayers in Islam. gestures, the call to prayer.
And listening.
And then the women are imagining that we're putting on our shawls, our scarves, our head covers, greeting one another with joy. Now we're imagining that we're reading the Quran and the beautiful holy words are flying up and off the page and into the world.
Not Christian or Jew, not Buddhist, Hindu, Sufi, Muslim. I am not from the west or the east, not out of the ocean or up from the ground. My place is
In
a place
a be-inspired
a
turn.
trace of the traceless. I belong to the beloved. I've
One
seen
hand
the
open
two
to
worlds
receive
as
the
one,
blessings of
and
heaven,
that
one
one
hand
knows
downward
and
to
knows.
bless the earth.
First, last, outer, inner, only that breath, breathing, human being.
May the whole world experience joy and comfort. With praise to the Creator and gratitude for the creation, may all cosmos be blessed and may all live in peace. Amen.
May all become compassionate and wise. May all become compassionate and wise. Kol haolam kulo gesher tsaram yo.
And God says in the Quran, to Allah is all dominion of the heavens and the earth, and He has created all things. Surely, in the alternation of the night and day, in the creations of the heaven and the earth, are signs for those of understanding.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, Sylvia, I'm so, oops. Sylvia, oops, muted? Am
There
I
you are.
okay? Oh,
You're good.
I'm so glad we saw this. Oh,
I
I'm
am.
so glad. I just brings back memories, and it's so prayerful. Gosh, and with all the religions, each one participating in their religious leader. Here is that statue of Kuan Yin, by the way.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
my husband had many of these different things. Putting it down. Oh, I'm very, very glad. And you remembered so many small motivations for it. I had forgotten. And the
I think
wonderful river.
as a dancer, the kind of ensemble parts of the Jewish piece, both being at the back and praying at the wall, and then that whispered Shema, kind of this sense of hearing the whisper of the divine and speaking it, that those parts have always, those are very deep in my body and spirit.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Oh, and it's so pertinent for the times. My God.
Yeah, I feel like that, yeah, that we get to gather and kind of bring the energy of those danced prayers back into this moment and send it back out into the world, trusting that in some way, some way that's
I was
adding.
saying that these prayers go beyond time. They
Yeah,
transcend time. So we can say, yes, these prayers I ask that they be for now. Yes.
there's a song we sang in my community choir that the words were something like, though all our work may be undone, still prayers stay prayed and songs stay sung. And I think the same is that dances stay danced, that like that isn't undone, that the energy of that offering into the universe
Mhm.
just continues to echo and reverberate.
That's wonderful. And I don't think we have time, but at some point, for people to see the wonderful discussion that Martha Ann Kirk led at the end. But I had forgotten that we had that double circle around the earth ball with the dancers on the outer circle and the inside with the religious leaders. That was wonderful. I don't know how that happened.
For that we also had that dance that often accompanied it, that the music was by Michael Barger, that God blesses those who come first and those who come last, and all is the Lord. Every what has been conceived, shows the spirit of compassion.
God blesses Buddha, God blesses, and he goes into that. Michael Barber
Every
was a wonderful singer at St. Gregory of Nyssa Church in San Francisco. And in one of the versions we have, he's singing that, I believe.
Well, we'll stop this video for now, but we'll look forward to watching